Hello everyone, it's me, Manny, and yeah, today's video is a bit longer than usual, but the drawing took me like 7 hours. I got a bit overzealous. I did look at the time, and suddenly I was drawing for 7 hours straight when I was supposed to do a reference sheet, with the big drawing being the one colored, the small human version also being colored, and the other one supposed to be sketches. And then I got overzealous and I made everything perfect colored final stage, and I don't know what happened. I hope I won't do that next time that I do to other main characters and all the other characters from this universe, cause that will be very time consuming, and I'm trying to do quick drawings cause I'm preparing my videos so I have enough videos to concentrate when I have my exams. Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, this is a character from my story Creativitown. I've never written anything about the story in and of itself, because the point of this story is to like give background to the cameos of background characters that reappears in like so many of my works, whether it's fan fictions or original stories. Those three main characters, they are all the time there. It's incredible, and it's on purpose because of this story. When I created it, it was because I was given this character by my lovely internet dad, and then I realized while I was rewriting my first ever Wattpad story, it wasn't my first fanfiction, but it was my first fanfiction on Wattpad. Yandere Kara, who was written in the story Love, that's both on Wattpad and AO3. And I realized that I had my soda in there doing like the role of pushing everything into emotions, and that made no sense. But I found the idea funny and I wanted to redo it but better. So I made the first design of my soda and turned it into a whole new character. And then I was like, hey, this character could appear in like bunch of different story in the background when I don't know what character to fulfill a very tiny role. And this character that was given by my internet dad could fulfill that role too, and bam, Creativitown was born. And the story is basically that there's those beings outside of the multiverse where their role is to make sure that things happen like they're supposed to be, because it's all stories and the story have to end the same way, but the way it happens doesn't matter. The end just needs to be the end. It needs to have a rough script, but the details aren't important. And sometimes there's this villain that nobody knows about that goes into those stories and erases one of the characters. They can't erase one of the main characters because that would destroy them at the same time. But if they destroy side characters, they can get away with it. Because that's technically not a problem, because as long as the story happens the exact same way that it's supposed to, everything's fine. So yeah, that's great. And so those beings are tasked with taking the place of any side character that are gone and make sure that the story ends like it's supposed to, but each character has their own way to do it. Anna, well, her real name is for NA4 in the multiverse, but whenever she goes into a story, she takes the name Anna every time. Not every being does that, but for NA4 likes to go by Anna in any stories she goes, and it's because she's very serious and methodical. She can be malicious sometimes and mischievous in the right circumstances, but most of the time she's the she's the straight man of the group, you know, the archetype. Yeah, that's Anna. She look at her human version. She looks very annoyed with your shit. But like I said, so since those beings are out of every universe, I immediately thought I need to go with a Dreamcore, Weirdcore aesthetic, because it's out of every world. So it's gonna look weird and funky. It's gonna be great. And for Anna, I'm not sure why, but I immediately thought TV head.
I think it might be because her head shape is more squarish, and she, being the serious type of character, it also is a square, and TVs were shaped like squares and now like rectangles, so it makes sense, I guess. And I thought for a moment if I wanted her neck to be connected to the TV or it to not be, and I thought no, it was more Weirdcore vibes. So yeah, it was really fun to interpret her human design, which was the first one that was made from my internet dad, into making her a TV being out of every universe. It was super fun. I don't know if you saw, but the TV antenna, I made it look like the little anime ahoge, because you know people call those antennas and TV antennas, you know. Hey, I'm funny. And the other one, like her braid, and she still is an amputee as a TV. That doesn't change. She becomes an amputee during one of her adventures. It happens during the story. I don't know how, since, like I said, I haven't written shit about this story, but yeah. It was really fun to choose a different TV screen displayed for every emotion. The basic one with the eye. It's not shown in the art, but I had canon, which is basically canon until I say otherwise, since it's my character, that when she's when that her eye go from red to yellow, yellow being calmer emotions and red being angrier emotion when the eye is there. Other than that, I also made a smiling evil grin, TV static from when she's dead inside with everybody's bullshit, and a game over because she's about to kick your ass, you know. And also, obviously, the I'm not impressed cute little face because she's crossing her arms. It's very cute. Yeah. And I added accessories on the TV because one, I thought it was cute, and two, her human version has those hairpins, as you can see, so it's cute. And I didn't keep the flower tattoo because there's the
there's the hairpins for that, but I kept the pentagram and moon tattoo because I thought it was cool and it fitted her. Because, you know, the pentagram is a symbol of protection. And I don't know, the crescent moons look good with it. Symbolically, it makes sense. I'm not sure what it means when you add the crescent moons, but probably only good things. So vibe. I think that's all I have to say about the designs. I talked about the lore, but I cut it because I think it will be more useful to talk about the second main character, Kay. Anyway, next video will be a cover of an MLP song. I think it's called Luna. It's by yeah, it's called Luna. it's by Eurobeat Brony. I wasn't sure if that was the name, cause I don't know, but it is so good. And the next video will be an old drawing that I'm finally doing the voiceover and thus making the video. It was a trade art. But anyway, I'll see you next video, guys. Take care. Bye!